the life I can only imagine. And in this particular video, I'm talking about one thing, well, the major thing that, of course, or the major fear that I have in creating the life that I want and evolving. So, and some of y'all may, are, of course, no, like I said, some of y'all know me, so some of y'all kind of already know. But for those who don't, and actually, I'm not going to say they know because I have not talked about this to anybody, actually, except for y'all now. I'll put it that way. So nobody knows, actually, as I think about it. But definitely, like I said, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. If you like this topic, and once I get into it, that kind of thing, if you definitely love it and like it, be sure, like I said again, to subscribe and click that notification bell to receive all the videos uploaded from this point here on out. So, like I said, let's go ahead and get into this. One of the fears that I have while I'm evolving and trying to, of course, like I said, create that life I can only imagine, is the fear that it won't happen. Like I said, I'm definitely trying to work through my fears and that kind of thing and keep pushing anyway, regardless as to what may come up, regardless as to what may happen, regardless as to what my mind may say. I guess I put it that way. I'm still keep moving forward anyway. Because like I said, I know that on the other side of my fear is going to be fun and, of course, newness. I guess I put it that way as well, and growth. And like I said, I can definitely see that. And I got my little shirt on today, my faith. What does it say? I forgot what it says. It's Hebrews. Oh crap, Olas, I can't see it. 11:1, I think. But like I said, definitely, I got my little T-shirt on today for faith and that kind of thing, to make sure that I make sure that I'm still keeping my faith in what I'm doing. Because like I said, at any time, I know things can change. I know I may have to take a different path or something else occurs or that type of thing. I know that already. But like I said, my fear is that that I won't make it, that I won't become the version of success that I want to be. Not nobody else's, not any gurus, not nobody else's, anything else, but what I want to see. Like I said, at some point I will have that written down. I guess I put it that way as well. Exactly some of the things. Well, I already talked to you about some of the things: the travel, the adventure, of course, creating creating streams of income and that kind of thing as well. Besides the 9 to 5 job that I'm doing, I'm working right now, because I want to transition out of that at some point to a income stream that I've created, and that's, of course, creating income and that kind of thing too. Something that I can feel proud of. And of course, the traveling, the adventure, that's gonna come too. I've been doing some of that. Like I said, I have another channel called Eat and Travel with Tony. So of course, all those travel videos, cruise videos, all that kind of stuff is on there. But like I said, definitely, I'm like I said, getting to the point where I'm trying to, of course, again, step out on faith and do something different. Do something different I have not done before. I guess I put it that way. As far as trying to become more consistent with these videos, trying to, of course, like I said, recreate another stream of income that I actually already had. I had several, but the way they were set up and that kind of thing just was not right. I guess I put it that way. And like I said, just travel and adventure. Trying to, of course, make sure that I have those things, of course, like I said, is my core. That's what I want at this time. And thank you. Is it Hosu or Josu, S Chan, Game Fame? Oh, sorry. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope y'all doing well. But like I said, the main thing for me is, when I'm evolving, the fear that I'm having, that kind of thing, is that will I make it? And like I said, I know every time we think as humans, the negative always comes up first. And that's not the first time I've had that come up and that kind of thing. And I'm scared to do this, or maybe this won't work, or this is not going to come out right, that kind of thing. But like I said, I know, yes, I may have that fear, but I'm keeping on stepping anyway, regardless as to what my head and my mindset is telling me. I'm still moving forward. That's just the person I am. I know everybody's not like that, but like I said, that's just the person I am, and something that I've always done, regardless as to what's going on. I have a hell of a resiliency game. Since I was a kid, I had to have that. I had to grow those nerves. Now, I had to grow how to, of course, bounce back and all those types of things as well. I had no choice. There was no other option for me at that time. With parents who on drugs and dad that's very abusive, my mom, and me at times as well. Like I said, there was no plan B for me. What I had to do at that point was school, and I had to make that work. Yes, it was scary at times. I was in school, getting straight A's, all those types of things, doing very, very well. But of course, trying to figure out what I'm gonna do after high school, because now I got to figure out college and all this kind of stuff. When I had nobody that can, of course, talk to me about it and tell me about it, that was in my immediate environment. I had a cousin, yes, that went to college, I think Oklahoma, but he wasn't in my immediate environment at that time. So I had to, of course, figure it out with the a coworker, Lord, with the classmate of mine, looking at what she was doing. I just started copying off hers. I'm like, I have no idea what to do at this damn point. But like I said, yes, fear got in the way, but I kept going anyway. I had no plan B. Just like right now, fear is getting in the way. That's okay. I'm going to keep on moving anyway. Like I said, it's not going to stop me. I may have said the other day that I was pissed off about that cake that I talked about yesterday, and I was saying I'm gonna quit, I'm gonna stop baking and this kind of thing, which I knew I wasn't. I was just pissed off and upset because nothing was working out that day. The technology wasn't working. My camera kept cutting off. The doggone cake thing got stuck. Just all kind of craziness. And like I said, when life knocks you down, you have to know how, or I've learned how to, of course, get back up and do something, and change my path. I'm not talking about switching the whole path entirely, going to sewing blankets. I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying switch some things that I'm doing so the next time that I make that cake, it'll be a little bit different. And the flow with a lot more ease. Instead of being this is happening, that's happening, this happening, that's happening, and things are going on. I got the bake off actually. Because I know, like I said, I talked to y'all about that in the video, I think a day or two ago. But I went and bought the Baker's Joy. Which I have never used this stuff before. Because back in St. Louis, like I said, I used to make and bake pound cakes all the time. Never had this problem. I just use cooking spray. I guess here in Arizona, I know it's a different heat, it's different, whatever the case may be. And I guess for some reason my cakes were sticky. I don't know what it is. But that's okay. I went and got the Baker's Joy. And that's a spray with flour and oil. Like I said, I had to change the plan to make sure things are going to come out right the next time. And that's the same thing, like I said, with life. Yes, while I'm scared and all this kind of stuff, I don't know what's going to happen. Like I said, my little shirt is still, I still have faith. Still have faith. I don't care if it's the faith of a mustard seed. I still have faith that I'm going to do well and that things are going to work out for me. I know that for a fact already. And I can't tell you what the doggone back of my shirt say. I forgot. I should know because I wore this shirt many a times and some people have taken pictures and all types of things, but that's okay. But like I said, yes, that's definitely a fear that I have. And I know I'm not the only one out there talking about this and are having this fear as well. If you're having this fear, put it in the comments and let me know what your fear is surrounding. Is it a fear of success? Is it a fear of failure? Is it a fear that things won't work out? Is it a fear that you don't know what's coming next? Let me know if you don't mind sharing. Some folks don't want to share. I'm openly sharing, but some folks may not. And I respect that as well. But like I said, you can just put yes or no if you experience faith while you're going through your changes. I mean, experience faith, Lord. Experience, well, faith and fear when you're going through your changes. And things are happening when you're trying to push forward to this different kind of plan. And things are happening. Do you still have that fear, but you keep moving anyway? Like I said, I definitely know that I do. I have no other choice at this present time. I've tried all these things over the years and over the years and over the years. And, of course, something at some point is going to work. Now, I know Myron Golden, I haven't listened to him in a while, but I know he usually talks about, he's one of the business coaches. He talks a lot about business and the Bible and stuff like that. And one thing that he always seems to say is that if the business is not working for you, it's working on you. And you can find the videos here on YouTube too. And I never forgot that. If it's not working for you at this present time, meaning that's producing fruit for you or some happiness or whatever kind of fruit it is you're looking for, then it's working on you. Meaning that it's changing me in some kind of way inside. Whether it's the mindset, whether it's my resiliency, whether it's my faith in things, no matter what it is, it's changing something inside of me. Whether it's helping me speak better, talk better, which these videos definitely are. Like I said, it's changing something inside of me. I guess I put it that way as well. Like I said, if it's not working on you, and working for you, it's working on you. And like I said, that's something that he said that I never forgotten. Like I said, no matter what fear I have, that is, I'm not going to succeed, all those types of things. I know doggone well that I am. I have the faith to know that I am at some point. Even if I'm 95 years old, if the shit start working then it just start working then. That's how that's going to go. Like I said, I know at some point that it will. And like I said, I hope that this is inspiring somebody that's on this video today, just to let you know that whatever you got going on, I'm just going to use Myron Golden's words, that if it's not working for you at this time, producing the fruit that you want, it's working on you. And I know I didn't know what, I hadn't put the words together like that before I saw his videos, but I knew that kind of in my head, kind of. I guess I put it that way. Because I know what the things I'm working on, if I'm not succeeding, I'm learning something still. Is what I've always said in the videos. Y'all can go check them out in the past and that kind of thing too. I got probably 1,000 videos on this channel actually. Like I said, I know I've said things like that as well, but like I said, definitely I love the way he put it together because I know that, like I said, I'm learning something from the process. Even if it's a bunch of business books like I have bought several years back trying to learn sales, marketing, how to build community, all this kind of stuff. None of the things I did back then worked, and that's okay. I was pissed off at the time, actually. I spent all these years doing all this stuff. But like I said, I know that I learned the knowledge. I learned some information. I know how to do every damn thing behind the scenes. I know how to do everything from sales to marketing, all those types of things. I'm not going to get into the specifics and all that, but like I said, I learned how to do all those things out of those books. And at some point, I'll show you the books. I don't know. In a different video because I have to leave shortly. But I will show you the books in a different video. But like I said, I learned all that information and I wrote down all these notes. I'm going to have to show y'all these notebooks. I got probably about 10 notebooks back there in the room where I actually have written business plans. I've written topics for videos. I've written entire series for video. Just all this stuff. And here I go talking about I can't do this and I'm going to fail, this kind of thing. I wrote these things back years ago. I guess my past self wrote it for my future self, I guess. That's how I'm going to look at it. Because I have everything that I need in all those notebooks, actually. For, like I said, from business plans to video topics to how to execute to everything. And I'm sitting up here still, of course, having the fear about how am I going to succeed in this kind of thing. Like I said, I have the whole plan written out for me already. I had no idea until I started looking through them about maybe like a week ago. Had no idea that I even had enough knowledge and lessons and information back then to even write all this stuff. I had no idea because at that time I was just taking notes on the stuff that I was listening to, the workshops I had signed up for, the classes I signed up for, all those types of things. And I know that with me having a fear about it's not going to work and that kind of thing, if I just apply what I wrote, that's all I need to do. And that's what I'm doing right now too. Apply what I wrote, that's all I need to do at this point. And like I said, whether I have fear or not, you see me on these videos for the past week at least, you've been seeing me on video. Yes, I have a fear press and record every single time. At some point, it has lessened over the years. Yes, it has. But of course, I don't believe that will never go away. But that's okay. But like I said, I keep taking the actions anyhow. I'm not going to stop the actions just because I have a fear. And granted, sometimes the fear will knock you back a few days or a week or a month. You stop and then you have to get back into it. At least that's what's happened to me. So I'm not perfect. So it has happened to me as well. But I get right back into it. Like I said, I may have to change a path, and that's okay. But I still get right back into it. I'm not going to allow that fear to stop me at all and not create the goals and create the success that I want to see in my life. Even if it's just traveling and adventure, if that's all I get, that is fine. Those are memories I'm going to have for the rest of my life, God willing. So like I said, definitely, I'm going to get off here, y'all, because like I said, I actually got to get going. I got to go pick up my partner from work, so I got to get going. So like I said, I'll talk to y'all in the next video, but I just hope that somebody learned a lesson from this video or had a light bulb go off in their head to not allow that fear to, of course, to bother you like that and keep on moving forward anyway, no matter what's going on. So peace out, y'all. Like I said, if you like the video, like the message, be sure to, of course, subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell to receive all the videos that upload from this point here on out. So with that, y'all, I'm going to get my butt out of here before I'm late. So like I said, definitely peace out, y'all. Have a good one. I'll see y'all in the next video.